Play ball.
Welcome back to this live podcast. I am your host today, Lilah Brickwell-Bratch, and I have Banana Jake and Coach Aaron today.
How are
And we
you?
have a pretty awesome guy that we'll get to later.
Yeah.
All right, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you? Lilah, you're hosting.
I'm
You
good.
gotta you gotta tee us up and stuff. But no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been outside working on lawnmower, so that's my exciting stuff. But Jake, start with you, man. You've been at PCB. What's been going on?
Beast of the East just came back from it. It was a fun tournament, but we didn't do like the way we wanted to. But we tied with the number one team in the nation, so that was a pretty big deal for us. And last week is cool, so I'm just like trying to power through right now. But other than that, life's good.
Yeah. Lilah, what's been going on with you?
Nothing much really. Graduating soon, like Jake said. I'm doing a grad speech for graduation, so I got to be prepared for that. But that's pretty much it for me.
I heard you got to give a speech. What are you going to talk about?
Baseball.
Are you? Just use a bunch of like metaphors and stuff, and use it to relate to baseball. You know, you're going to strike out a lot. You're going to get out. And, that would be funny. So,
yeah.
Well, you know, I've been coaching flag football. My son Jace, he's played his first season as quarterback, and in the 10U division, and he got picked for the NFL flag football all-star team. So I'm super proud of him.
Nice.
He is a kid that definitely expects perfection, and so he's had to learn how to deal with, you know, the ups and downs of a football game, an incomplete pass or an interception, or surprisingly enough, he's only threw 3 interceptions. So I think that's pretty good. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I mean for like flag football.
Yeah, he's threw like 12 touchdowns. So the touchdown to interception ratio has been pretty good. So
yeah,
I think it's pretty good. I'm proud of him. And I think he's starting to feel what it feels like to be proud of himself a little bit. So cool stuff. So Jake, you were at Beast of the East. You were playing for Team Sosa, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And you tied which team?
SBA Bolts National.
Oh, who's playing on that team now?
Almost all of Pottstown, basically.
Oh, so is Jalen Portez? Is that right? He's on the team.
Jaden. Yep.
Yeah, I know a couple kids on that team. So, and Ben Hamilton, I would assume is Hamlin.
Hamlin, yeah.
What did you say,
Lilah? Dalen was on the Bolts.
Has that been
He's
the team?
Leadoff batter.
Has that been the team he's played for the last few seasons? I feel like there was another
So,
team.
it's a really long story, but some kids from one team went to another team, and the coach grabbed some of the players. So, but he stayed with like Ben and all of them like through the past couple of seasons. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, he played on the USA team at Panama. I think last year with those guys.
It was like October, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Lilah, I know something that you're getting, and you're gonna love it. Mom has showed me, and I can't tell you.
Why?
Because I see it's just fun for me to tease you right now because I don't normally get to do that.
I don't like
so
this.
you're going to be super excited though when you see it. I gave my stamp of approval, so I definitely think you will like it. So, well, cool, Lilah. Let's get into our guest.
Okay, today we have Moonshot Mark Thompson. This guy's pretty awesome, as I said earlier. How you doing today, sir?
Good.
So to start this off, you're going to tell us a little bit about yourself. You can tell us where you're from, what age group you're in, honestly, whatever you want, really. And then you're going to end it off with your favorite cereal.
My name is Mark Thompson. I am from Jacksonville, Florida. I go to St. Joseph's Catholic School. I am 13. I play for ZT National. And then, let's see. My favorite cereal, let's go Reese's Puffs.
Ooh. That is a new one.
That is a new one.
I don't think we've heard Reese's Puffs.
Dude, I can eat some Reese's Puff, though.
Reese's Puffs are good.
Jake, you like it? You got a big smile on your face.
I feel like I've tried it before.
It's good.
But I probably haven't.
It's very similar to Captain Crunch, the peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of that. And Mark, for some reason, we're cereal connoisseurs here on the show, so we always talk cereal.
Yeah, we've had a battle.
Yeah, we've always had a battle between our favorite cereals. So, dude, Jacksonville. All right.
Yep.
Duval, right?
St. John's.
Yeah, well, so are you in Duval County?
Yes, I'm about 5 minutes from Duval County, so I'm right outside there.
Gotcha. I went to a Jacksonville
question today.
Yeah, well, so I went to a Jacksonville Jaguars game last year against my Dolphins, and all I heard was Duval.
Yeah.
So, and that's become like the thing for the Jaguars. So, well, cool, man. Catholic, St. Joseph Catholic School, dude. I'm reading over these like bios here. This bio I've got of you, and we've all got it, dude. Like, this is insane. When did you start playing baseball? Tell our listeners and our viewers, like, when you started playing baseball and how you knew baseball was going to be the one.
I started playing baseball when I was about 3 years old. So I actually grew up, my whole family played either softball or baseball. I grew up at a field. Ever since I was in my mom's stomach, I was at a field every single day, almost every day of the week, every single day of the year. Playing, either watching my brothers, listening to them, my sister, playing softball or baseball every day of the year.
Gotcha. Now you got 5, you're the youngest of 5 kids. So
Yes.
I bet you did grow up at the park.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were probably at some point one of those feral children that were running around and just like playing in the dirt. And now look at you.
Siblings.
Yeah. Lilah, I'm gonna let you start off with some questions, and how you want to do it.
All right, you've been playing sports since you could barely walk, and it's baseball, soccer, basketball, flag football. Do you have any like memories of when you really were like, okay, I love this. I love sports. This is the thing for me.
I was probably 8 is when I first state championship I've ever really won came out, and that was like the best time of my life because I came out there not knowing what was going to happen. So it was like our first time really being in a real tournament like that, and then we came out and we just won. We beat every team by 10 or so. We just came out, have fun, play the game that we all love now.
Wow.
Let's say you were talking to a kid. You go ahead, Aaron.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask the state championship. So was that like Dixie Youth, or was that?
It was Cal Ripken.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 8U, was that, were you playing coach's pitch, or were you in kid pitch already?
It was machine at our local team called Joel in the Creek.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Lilah. I interrupted you like I do always.
All right, so is there anything, so you played all these sports when you were little, do you still play some of them now, or is it just baseball now?
I still play basketball and football. I might be doing soccer in the fall for school because they need a goalie. Think about that. Yep. And then I do cross country.
Oh, cross country now. What events do you do in cross country?
The 2 mile.
2 mile. Yeesh.
What's your time on a 2 mile?
Finish a 2 mile race.
2 miles about 13 minutes.
Man, I wish I could do that. Jake,
I don't even think I could run 2 miles.
Now I could at one point, but yeah, these days I would be walking. Jake, how fast could you do a 2 mile?
Maybe 25 minutes.
Okay, that'd be about my time. I might be faster than you, Jake.
In like 7.
Yeah, Jake, I might be faster than you. You do all that working out, and you do 25 minutes. Like, Lilah, you're supposed to be dishing on Jake now. She would be if I said that, but
see now if you sprint the 2 mile, or do you jog?
It's like a mix. Yeah, the sprint start and jog the rest of the time.
How long have
Yeah,
you been in cross country?
Since I was in fourth grade. So
Okay.
about,
You're in seventh now, right?
yes.
Dude, you look like a grown man sitting here talking to us. I can't believe you in seventh grade.
Yeah.
Dude, you know Brian Johnson Jr.?
Yep, old teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh, wow. You guys were on the same team together.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he's a beast, too. I'd hate
Yep.
to face the team with both of you guys on there.
Yep.
But, all right. All right. Go ahead, Jake.
so like as I seen earlier, you have a lot of great accomplishments. Well, in my opinion, if I were you, like I would think that like I was the best person in the world. But which accomplishment's your favorite?
Let's probably say Select Fest. Knowing that you're one of the top 36 players in the whole world, being able to compete to, at the end of this year, have one of the top 5 rankings in the whole country is your greatest goal you could possibly have this year.
Yeah, Select Fest is like a really big deal now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys get a lot of
And you get
gear
all the
there?
swag.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you
I
walk
think
into
that'd
your
be
room.
my favorite part.
For real. Like, just pick me. I don't even have to play. Just put me as a reserve player,
Yeah.
and then tell Tony Harper just to deck my room out. Like, I'd be happy if
Just
that
give
was
me
the
the
case.
gear.
Yeah, for real. Like, I can be a special coach for Pottstown. Just give me all the swag, cause man, they throwing it out these days. Jake, you gotta get you to Select Fest, man.
Well, I'm trying to go as PO for 13U.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's Sosa and the main coach. He coaches like JD Martinez and like a lot of great MLB players. He said
Mm-hmm.
that my path is most likely PO.
Wow.
So that kind of set like a goal for me, just like trying to become Select Fest for 13 UPO.
Okay. That's cool. Now, I mean, even though you did drop 3 bombs last weekend, I mean, I'm that's that
Yeah.
is what it is. Maybe you would like the hidden Shohei or something out there. So now, Mark, what position you play on a baseball field?
Utility. I just don't catch, basically. I'll play anywhere. Wherever they
Really? Do
need
you
me. I'll
pitch?
go. Yes.
Oh, I did see that in your bio. So, like, is
I
if
did see
you
that too.
yeah, if you had to choose which position you were going to play, would it be on the mound or would it be in the field?
Probably in the field.
Yeah,
I like hitting. I'm a hitter. I'm one guy who would go out every day and hit as much as I can.
yeah. So,
You're touching 83.
Yep.
I just seen that. How do you build up your velocity?
I'm working out. You have to be able to lift some to get stronger. Learn the metrics of pitching. Learn what you have to use in your body to start gaining this feel that you need.
I thought he was just gonna leave us at workout and not tell us secrets.
well, no. I mean, I've been learning a lot more about rotational, just being rotational. And as a pitcher, like if you're not working out, your core's not strong and your legs are not strong, like that really, I mean, that's where your power and your speed's coming from. Um, so, dude, your nickname is Moonshot Mark.
hmm
All right. Now, I have to imagine that's a pretty cool. You're proud of that nickname.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually.
Where'd you get it from, man? Who gave you that nickname?
So my brother actually did. When we were we were all thinking about doing Instagram, and then he made up that name, Moonshot Mark, and then now it just became a staple on my name now. That's what everyone calls me. That's what I'm known as.
Moonshot. I like that.
How many moonshots you got?
21 in the spring this year.
Just in the spring?
hmm
Man, you can't even donate one? Me and Aaron, we're struggling. We need just donate one or two. Come on. Actually, just donate one. He don't need one.
Yeah. I mean,
He
you
don't need
see,
one.
see, Mark, that's a running joke on the show, man. Is like, yeah, I never hit one during my playing days. Now, I did in practice, but when it got to the game, I hit some fouls that went over the fence foul, but or off the foul line, but
Maybe over the back fence.
that's messed up. You see, you already dishing, you already going. So, all right, Lilah, take over.
All right, so you're ranked number 3 in the country for home runs. Are you like swinging for the fence, or are you just kind of barreling it up and letting it happen?
I'm swinging to hit a ball hard because home runs are really what accidents are. Because all your goal is just hit a ball hard, right up the middle. Your goal is hit the pitcher, right, hit the ball right back where it came from. Home runs are what accidents are. Home runs aren't meant to happen; they're meant to come. Any home run can come off a little line driver or a little blooper pop fly. Home runs are not made; they come.
I don't know about blooper pop fly. I don't know about that one. My blooper pop flies are to the catcher.
Yeah, yeah. Now, how old were you when you hit your first one?
I think I was 8, playing up in a 90 tournament.
Dang. Now,
So
you know
eight's
what's
the year
funny?
then.
Now, I went and watched softball playoffs last week here at our high school. Do you know the dimensions of those fields? Does any of you guys know?
200.
Dude, this was a cop. They were actually playing on a D1 field. This was like 190 center. No, it was 180 all the way around, and it was like that's like little league. And but now, granted, Mark, have you ever faced fast pitch softball?
No.
No, dude. I'm gonna tell you. Until you faced a rise ball, it left me looking like a clown. Because I went out. I went out to one of my local high school practices. Lilah, I know you've seen the video. You nodding your head, but dude, I
Like
went out there thinking I was
you were
about to
with
knock a ball
it was
out.
Addie, huh?
Mm-hmm. And dude, I couldn't touch a rise ball because it looks like it's coming right down the middle and it ends up at my head, and I've unswung and I'm lost. So, well, now do you keep all of these balls that you hit as home runs, or they just become what it is?
I mean, most of them actually we don't get back because they either get lost or there's people out there because of our team name that just take them and run, or we
Yeah.
just give them back to the Blues. But I have the first few of memorable home runs. Like I have all like my memorable home runs. My first one, my first grand slam, first walk off, and all those I have.
Nice. Those are
This
the
dude,
important ones, I think, honestly.
Yeah.
Jake, how many balls do you
All right,
do
you've
you
been
have
in
now?
some. Oh,
Um, Ones I kept, maybe 10.
Okay. All right. You owe me
Yeah.
one still, so I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for one. I told Jake he needs to hit. He's got to hit one, and then I want him to sign it and send it to me. So, especially if he ends up being
yeah.
a pitcher only, and I have an autographed ball from this pitcher in the MLB. How cool would
Yeah,
that
home
be?
run ball.
I know, right? I can buy a house with that ball, maybe. So go ahead, Jake. Get me one of those things. Go
All
ahead,
right.
Lila. I interrupted you.
All right, you've been in some huge spots like Perfect Game, Cooperstown Select Fest. How do you
Hmm?
stay calm and focused even when the lights are the brightest?
You just gotta know that it's a game. It's nothing. Everything. Every moment isn't too special. It's a game that you're playing because you love it. No moment is bigger than what you love. You gotta love the moment to be able to love the game. You can't be all gibberish, like all scared of a moment. When a moment comes, you take advantage of it and you play the game.
Do you
Wow.
have any moments where you like get caught up in your feelings and stuff like that, or no?
Sometimes, like after, like if you ever like think about this, how you play in a championship game, and if you ever gone over 3 in a championship game, it's not the best feeling in the world. Gets a bit
Well,
into you.
I don't
Yeah,
get to championship games most of the time, so I don't know the feeling.
yeah. It's a bit hard. That's the thing. But you gotta learn that baseball is meant for emotions. You gotta fail to be able to succeed. So that's what I think about. That failures you have to be able to learn about, and that's how you get better.
That's right. Now that's a lot of
And
wisdom
they're
right
giving
there,
this guy
dude.
a script.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's big people words. Like how early did that like really click for you? Like was it 8 or was it before? How did you pick that up?
This came to me last year when I started really getting seen. So after in 11U, I wasn't nobody. I became someone in the spring of 12U when I started playing high level every weekend nonstop to be able to get my name out there for people to know who I am, for me to play the game on a high level forever.
Well, what did that look like? That when you flipped that switch to say, all right, I got to shake the emotions, and I've got to realize what this game is really meant to be. Like, how was that transition for you?
One, probably the best time ever because it changed from me having the emotions holding me down to me becoming up high because the emotions, I let the emotions go, everything go, and just know that failure is the game.
But how did you do it though? Because that's hard for some kids, and even my son. My son deals with his emotions and such. What would you tell someone out there that's young that is dealing with that? Considering you've been through some of those things, like what advice would you tell them that where it would be easy for them to relate to?
That the game of baseball isn't a game of easiness. It's the game that is going to be hard to you. That is going to be one of the hardest things you'll ever do in life. It's probably the hardest sport ever. So your failure in life is going to be able to, it's going to create your body and you to be great. So greatness comes from failure, but in failure makes greatness.
Dude, are you like a
Spitting poetry when it
wordsmith or
goes, this is
something? Like this
beautiful.
dude is like just rattling off right now. Like, dude, I got some cold chills from that. Like, that's good stuff, man. Jake, what you got, man?
So everyone mostly knows you for your hitting, and
Hmm.
uh, having a name for yourself for hitting includes like a lot of practice and stuff. What's your favorite drill to do for hitting?
So I'm a big guy. I won't say I do very much drills. I'm as a hitter. I mainly do tee. I do about 4 buckets of tee a day. Just working on trying to keep straight the ball up the middle. 'Cause your goal is to keep the ball middle out every single time you hit. You don't want to work on pulling because that's what will come natural to your swing. Your goal every time when you hit is to hit a ball right back up the middle. That's what I work on. I just work on middle out because I'm insanely well at pulling a ball, but I'm not the best at going oppo. So that's what I have to work on personally. But certain drills, PIs get on a knee. I work on finding my swing. If you're on a knee, you can find like what's wrong with your swing and what's good with your swing. That's what helped me was just working on hitting with the knee.
Have you ever hit any Alpo tacos?
I've hit probably 3. One of them was actually a grand slam this spring.
See, the coaches is gonna clip this. Every travel ball coach in the entire world is gonna clip this and be like, "Hey, he hit a grand slam Alpo taco. You need to listen to me."
Yeah, pitch him outside, pitch him outside. But what they don't know is this
Yep.
dude's in the shop every day getting better and better at his oppo. So,
Yeah.
like, as soon as they're ready to key in on that, like, this dude's hitting missiles the other way. I've got to ask. I mean, you've had a lot of experience hitting the home runs. Obviously, you got a celebration when you hit one.
No, I'm one of the few kids that doesn't really celebrate it because I just get natural to it. You're supposed to respect the game of baseball the way it respects you. The way you respect baseball is to play the game that way it's meant to be played.
Dude, hold on 1 second. Where's my thing at here? Nope, that's wrong one. I thought I had some applause buttons here, but man, that was that's good, dude. I mean, because you see a lot of people these days in the bat flips and all that stuff, and like you said, man, I think athletes that respect the game, and I'm a big football guy, of course, and so I always think to like the Barry Sanders, right? He would run off a 90-yard touchdown run, and he would just hand the ball to the ref, and he didn't have to do the celebration and the dances because I've always heard like get used to it. It's going to be normal, and you don't have to be flashy to really be great. Who's your favorite baseball player out there? Who do you model your game after?
I say Trey Turner, one of the fastest guys in the MLB, but also has pop. Can play anywhere. He's more like utility. He's like me.
Very cool,
You
Jake.
got the power and the speed then.
I know, like
Which one do you think is more important?
Probably speed, because if you don't have as much power, speed can be your thing. Like I know someone that One of my friends that goes to high school, I wouldn't say he has a ton of power. He can bunt a ball, but he'll beat it out no matter what. He's one of the fastest guys probably in high school, but that's what made him so good to get committed.
That's good. Now, you've played. You still play football. You may play soccer, cross country. How does all those other sports, basketball, how do those other sports like help you as a baseball player?
So most of them actually help with durability and speed for me. Like basketball helps me like stay like able to be able to keep running, to not run out of energy and like breath quickly. Cross country is the same. Then football is for my arm. I'm a QB. I throw very far. I throw very hard. That's what people know me for as a QB. That I can throw a touchdown very far for almost a full field.
Wow. Hold on now. What, you talking about a 40-yard field?
75 yard.
Dang. All right. Now, how long are you going to continue the dual sport thing? Is that something you're looking to do through high school?
Through high school, I'll probably end up doing baseball and basketball because I'm not allowed to do tackle football because I'm not allowed to get hurt because baseball is my game that I will stay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, are you picking NFL or MLB? But I think I just got my answer right there.
I know. I was going to ask the same thing. All right, Jake, take over, dude.
So since your main thing is hitting and you probably use a lot of bats, which bat is the most overrated, underrated, and overpriced on the market?
Underrated, probably the OG Cat 9 Composite. Probably the best bat my favorite bat ever. Definitely my favorite bat ever. And then overrated, probably the Icon. I don't know. I just don't like the Icon. I don't like it. Break them
I
too
saw
quickly.
Jake's face. He's
He breaks them
upset
too
about
quickly,
that.
Jake. That's what you're
Well,
swinging,
Yeah,
right?
Jake, that's not a.
mhm.
It don't matter what bat I swing. I'm not getting very many hits. So it's okay.
Well, look, you just had someone. He hits 4 buckets of balls a day. So Lilah,
I do too. I'm getting better. Don't worry about it.
all right. Now, Mark, we failed to tell you that she's 13. She plays 14U ball. She's a catcher.
I'm
Uh,
14.
what did I say?
13.
You said
Did
13.
I? I'm sorry. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14. She's a baseball catcher. So, um, that's you know, I can't imagine, dude. Like you must stay busy. You stay on the run, literally.
Yeah.
Stupid pun. It's just stupid pun. So it's okay. Go ahead, Lilah.
All right. So you're doing baseball and school and football, basketball, all these sports, cross country.
Mhm.
How do you balance? How do you balance it all?
School homework has to be done first thing before anything. So I most of the time I do it all actually at school whenever I have a chance, and then I do it either in the car where I'm going to all my things, and then I go anything. Baseball's always first for everything. Baseball is before but after school. It's after school but before every other sport.
Gotcha. Now, what did your siblings do? How did they end up playing ball in college or anything?
So my sister ended up doing softball at Clemson,
Oh,
and then my brothers, two of them actually was going to do football, but they ended up getting concussions and breaking a bunch of bones and stuff. And then one got Tommy
Oh.
John. Yeah. Then
ooh.
the baseball one got Tommy John.
Oh gosh, you're cooked. You got the fragile family.
Well,
Got the
the
bad
good part about
genes.
it is he's the
Hopefully not.
baby.
Hopefully you didn't catch him.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's learning from all of those. You heard him say he's not allowed to get hurt. So, like, that's why the football, like the concussions, and yeah, I get it. I get it.
You play
So,
7-on-7?
That is what I'm gonna start doing. I was originally doing flag, but now I'm doing 7-on-7 probably this year.
I heard 7-on-7's fun. I've never seen anybody play it. I've just heard it's fun.
well, no, Prince plays 7-on-7. Trey one of
Oh
our field
yeah,
reporters. He plays now. There's a kid that's a
that's where I
part of
heard
our.
it's fun from.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it
He
looks
told me it was
fun.
fun. I was like, okay.
Well, I mean,
I know.
it's fast
Well, I
paced.
actually don't know if it looks fun, but
Yeah, it's fast paced though. Like you're moving, and it's cool to watch the offenses and stuff to roll up and down the field. Um, but I like it because you really, that's where you start to see like the talent stick out from the quarterbacks and the receivers and the corners and safeties. You get to see those skill positions really show up like that. So you guys have 7 on
Aaron,
7
you'll be
near
so
you.
proud of me.
Wow,
Yes, I do.
gotcha.
I have something called, I think it's Tribe, 7-on-7. One of the better 7-on-7s in Florida, and then there's like a 7-on-7 league that we just play in for something called Creeks.
So what happens when you get the knock at the door and it's I don't know, Dabo Sweeney or any of these D1 colleges saying, "Hey, dude, we want you to come play quarterback."
I would say that I might, but baseball's gonna be first.
Yeah,
That's what I would say.
gotcha. I mean, from a baseball perspective, like it's better money, and
Hmm.
from a financial perspective, because those contracts are a lot differently made than what the NFLs are anyway. So I'm assuming you're a Jags fan.
Yeah,
How you think they're gonna do this year?
they should do good. They got Travis Hunter. They're fine. They
Were you
they hope they better not be last again.
were you
Oh no.
excited when they moved up to get Travis Hunter?
Yeah, our whole
Yeah,
our whole school was going insane. Our whole family was too.
dude, he's a beast, man. He's a beast. I got to meet him. Jake, did I tell you I met Travis Hunter?
When?
Well, I was down at Bananas last
Oh,
month,
you're.
and I was there at the game where he threw out the first pitch, and he did some of the social media stuff with them. And I didn't get anything signed because his bodyguard wouldn't allow us to get any signatures or pictures with him.
That's so
So
weird.
for real, right? I mean, we are in banana land where everything's fans first and everybody signs everything. So
Yeah.
and my son was with me, and he's a big Travis Hunter fan. We really like Colorado. I'm a big Deion Sanders fan, Mark, and Deion even says baseball is the hardest sport there is, and Deion played them both. But anyway, so we found him after he came off the field, and his bodyguard was standing beside him, and I walked up with 2 banana balls, and I was like, "Can I get him to sign them?" And he was like just straight faced, and I was like, "Can we get a picture?" And he was
This is
like,
odd.
"Nope." He wasn't doing it because well, I mean, I get it a little bit. He didn't want to be like swarmed, and so the way you prevent that is just not sign and take any pictures.
Yeah.
But man, it broke my son's heart. I got to shake his hand. He's got a big hand. Um, and got to say, big fan. And
Sounds about right.
he nodded to me. But it was cool, though. I mean, I can say I met Travis Hunter. So, hopefully one of these days I get to meet Dion. And that's when I'll be really happy.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I've been watching flag football on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so fun. It's so fun to watch. I'm watching like his AJ Green. That's what it is. It's like the 7U 5 stars. It's
Mm-hmm.
so fun to watch. I don't even know why. I've just been watching those videos for like 3 days straight.
Dude, it's fun to coach too. Mark, when you're playing, are you calling your own plays, or how are you doing it when you're playing quarterback?
It's a mix. So my dad's the coach. We just actually most of the time we just screw around. We just have fun with it. Let
Yeah.
them do what they want, and we find it. But yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Depends.
Wait,
Dude.
wait. Let me get this straight. Your dad's the coach? Is he the head coach?
Yeah.
And your quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
That'd be
I'm just
different.
messing.
That'd be
I'm messing.
different if
I'm
he
just,
couldn't throw the ball
I'm just
75 yards and,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
lighting them up. Yeah, we talk about daddy ball a little bit here on the show, Mark, and but I mean, listen, my son's quarterback, right, Lilah, and it it has nothing to do with because he's my son. He can throw the ball 30 yards at 10 years old with a tight spiral. So I mean, he can do it, dude. We had 3 overtime. Do you guys play by NFL flag rules, Mark?
Yeah, I think so.
So in overtimes, you can go for 1 or 2 point conversions, and then the third overtime, and this is a question for you. So in the third overtime, our rules is the most yards on a play. Is that how it is for you guys, or do you know?
I don't think so. Normally we do
Yeah.
like a minute quarter, so then
Mm-hmm.
each team has one chance to score it in a minute.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were in the third overtime. We got the ball first in the third overtime, and so I basically just drew up, a couple deep routes and then a couple underneath routes just to clear it out. And my son threw it 30 yards downfield. This kid high pointed the ball and ran it in for a touchdown, and it was crazy. And they ended up winning. So it was I call the plays for him, and I was nervous, dude. I was like, man, we got to call the right play, and and because my job is to watch the defense and react to the defense. So now you are at St. Joseph Catholic School. Do you guys play against Trinity?
So no, because this is like a separate middle school, so we
Mm-hmm.
actually we don't even do baseball. We have to do softball.
What?
Yeah, we do slow pitch
That's
softball for boys.
that's what my school does too.
Oh man. Now, do you participate in that, Mark?
Yeah,
You're hitting bombs on the slow pitch softball field,
yeah, a lot.
dude. Yeah, I can just see that. All right, who wants to pick first? And all right, who's your first pick? I can just see that one going right there. So, well, dude, look. So you're 7 now in seventh grade. You got quite a few years left in school, which is a good thing. What's your plans for school? Like after school, do you have a college in mind you're looking to go to, or like what's the plan? Because I mean, you may get drafted out of high school, but if that doesn't work, what's your school's of choice?
I mean, it really schools doesn't matter to me in college. Really, it's whichever one will get the scholarship. My whole family. So two of them, my siblings, went to Tennessee. One went to Clemson. One went to Florida. So really, I'm like a widespread family of colleges. But right now, my only one left in college goes to Tennessee. So, but really, I don't really have a preference in what college I would want to go to right now.
Okay, all right. Well, Tennessee is a good option. So, I mean, they just won the last year won the World Series.
Yeah,
So, and then you got Vanderbilt right around there. Pretty decent baseball school. Obviously, Florida's
Oh
a
yeah,
good
I
baseball
forgot
school.
Vandy was there.
Yeah, yeah, in Nashville. Um, then you got
Mm.
Florida. Man, you got some good schools inside of your family there. See, I'm a Miami Hurricanes dude, and he's laughing at me. Now, hey, we did win like 10 games in a row this year. Not that we're going to do anything, but like I've heard a lot of disappointment in the coach. But Moonshot Mark, we could definitely I could see you representing the U. How you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, it's Miami. Going back down there. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Now,
What's
see
the
see
other
what
one
he
that you
just
don't like?
did. He didn't have a school preference. But when I brought up Miami, he was
Miami though, like Miami. Oof.
look. Who wouldn't want to live in? Who wouldn't want to be in Miami? Like
Well,
the
if
beaches.
you're not a party
He
guy,
didn't
then
say he didn't want to live in Miami. He said he didn't want to go to Miami.
Man, that's a good school.
I mean, it depends. If the coach is good, team's good, maybe I think, but it depends.
All right, good. I'll have to let him know. So,
You should mess with there and not go.
look, dude, I want to see him in the MLB. I do, and you know what? And I like his mindset around like because it really doesn't matter where you go to school. I mean, if you're a hard worker, you stay consistent, they're going to find you, and it really doesn't matter. So, what's your preference? Do you want to get drafted out of high school? You are you looking forward to college?
It depends. If I do get drafted first or second round, I'd probably go. But if I get beyond that, then I'll probably go to college. End up going to college.
Yeah. I think there's benefits to going to college. I feel like
Yeah,
you're able
you
to
get
get a little bit
more,
more time to
more.
mature a little bit
Yeah,
and, learn a little bit about the world before you're
I
put
think that's
into a
actually
job.
smart because then you get more exposure, and the more exposure you get, the higher you'll get drafted. Which means
Hmm.
then you can say, "I got drafted first pick instead of round 6," or "I got drafted round 9." Nope,
Huh,
I
they
got drafted first pick.
All right, Jake, what you got, dude?
So I'm staying with school. I saw that you were in the Polk Regional Science Fair. Tell us what your thing was on, your project.
So we actually just dropped the basketball on 4 different types of surfaces to see how high the ball would actually bounce off of the surfaces.
So like
Which one won?
grass, concrete.
Tile and basketball court.
Oh, which one did you get the highest bounce from?
Concrete.
Yeah, because it's a solid surface, I would
Yeah.
Sounds
imagine,
about
right?
right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not big into science, but makes
I
sense. Makes
I
sense.
got I got chosen for it, but I didn't go.
Why not?
I had a tournament. It was my first tournament of the season.
What were you gonna do? Did you know?
Well, so like my school has a thing where we hold it in school, so like a certain amount of people get chosen, and then we have different parents come over and like rate the projects, and then the top 10 go to some regionals, I think.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
Jake, are
do.
they letting the parents of the kids that are in the science fair rate it or no?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
random. It's like other students'
That's
parents.
good because that means there's no daddy balling even in science fair.
I know,
That's
right?
what I like. I like
See,
that.
schools figured it out. The rest of the
Oh
world needs
yeah.
to. The rest of the world needs to figure that out. I think. What did you get when you
Yeah.
win that science fair? Is it like college money?
Yeah, no. Only about 10 of I think there's 200 could either get money or stuff like that, but I ended up not. But I still got first place in my category.
Gotcha. Lilah, how did your project go that you were doing last year? The one that you had to get ready for, and you were doing something with baseball. Remember
I
we
don't
were
remember.
talking about the different types of
Yeah, I
cleats
asked
and which
that
one?
one kid. I was like, "You got straight A's? Help me come up with a science fair project." I do not remember what my science fair project was.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
what?
I remember. I was checking which brand of bubblegum blew the biggest bubbles.
Oh, what was
I
the
don't remember
winner?
which one won.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
it was Hubba Bubba.
They need
I
to go
think it was
back
Hubba
and
Bubba,
retro
but I
give
think
you
it
an
says Big
F.
League Chew.
Big League
I
Chew?
know. I went to the school science fair, but like I didn't win.
No. I remember
Nope.
science fair projects. I do dread them with my youngest kid though, because I mean, most of the time it's the parents that end up doing the projects, and I'm like, I don't get down like that.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're going to be assigned to do the project, we need to have something that the kids can do. So,
My
dude,
sister did a pretty cool one that was like teaching kids how to read money, like coins.
oh yeah,
And she made like a programmed thingy. It was like I don't remember, but it was some type of thing. I really can't. I don't remember. I was one of the kids she tested on, so I was like 5.
yeah,
So
I gotcha. All right. So you play for ZT, right?
Yep.
All right, talk to me about ZT a little bit, because obviously we all know and heard of ZT prospects, and it's a pretty big program. Like, what makes ZT so special?
So it was originally, we actually started out all separated. I started out on Prime with Chris, and basically all the Florida and Southeast kids started with Tony Lujan in Prime baseball. And then coming into 12U, we ended up partnering up with ZT. So that created ZT Prime. And then going into the spring, we created ZT National. And that's when we started getting kids from all over the world to come play with us, and that's what created us.
That's cool. Now, I mean, it has to be fun getting to meet all these different players from potentially different countries. Like, get a lot of chance to learn from some of these kids. So, now, are you on the same team as Chris Cabrera?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a beast. Which one of you two is the better hitter?
Oof.
I
I don't
I
even
heard
know.
some laugh.
I don't even know. It's like
No,
depends on the tournament. Like if you're consistent wise, it can be. It depends. It really
that's all
depends.
right. You can take a draw on that one. We won't put that on you like that. So, because he's a beast as well. So we've been trying to get him on the show, and he said he'd do it. He's just busy. So, well, dude, talking school again. What's your favorite subject?
Math,
Again,
Oh yeah.
why math?
because it's the easiest.
I don't know if they changed math since I left school or what, because math was not the easiest, and it sure wasn't my favorite. So, and it's both of these. Well, I don't know. Jake, did you say math was your favorite too? Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so. Both of these guys say math, and almost everyone we have on the show says math, and I'm just mind blown. So, um,
Baseball players have math brains, apparently. I don't. Apparently. That's
well,
what I'm hearing.
maybe that is the case. Maybe. I mean, Mark has a
I had
difficult
to do
time.
some weird thing for math.
He probably has to use fractions to count up all of his home runs that he's hit since he's been 8 years old. I mean, he's trying to solve for X
I don't
over
know if
here.
that's a fraction. That's why I could tell you're not very good at math.
Oh, see, she's clowning. She's clowning. Well,
I had
dude,
to do like this weird thing in math today. It was like graphing quadratics or something like that. I don't know. It was
quadratics.
weird.
You making up words?
It's like a squared or ax squared plus b squared plus c or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. I had to graph it though, and it was like a loop-de-loop thingy, a parabola. Is what it's called.
I feel like she's making up words.
I'm not. Do you want to see it? I'll bring
Nope.
it up after the episode.
Nope. I'm good. Dude. I
I'll
graduated.
get it.
Shifting topics back to some baseball and running. So, how is your speed? Are you a pretty good base stealer?
Yeah, I'm the leadoff for a reason. Whenever
Oh
I get
yeah.
on, I'm probably one of the biggest threats for stealing wise. I know I average like 8 to 10 stolen bases a tournament.
Wow. That's moving, dude. Um, I know. I grew up watching. Some of the fast guys. You ever heard of Ricky Henderson?
Yeah,
Yeah. Now, how do you compete with somebody like that? Are you hanging tough with those kind of guys, those super speed guys, or
I'm close. I wouldn't say
yeah?
I'm like neck to neck with them, but I'm pretty close to most of them.
Okay. What's your? Have you ever timed your 90 or 60 actually?
I haven't done 60 now.
No. I I'd like to time myself. You know, just to see how many numbers actually pop up on the screen there. So, because I don't move like I used to. I
Hey,
was
Aaron,
never.
it would just say to be continued.
Now I was on the track team. I had 2 years on the track team, but I pole vaulted. So, Mark, you should
Nice.
try to pole vault, man. You ever tried that?
No, it might die.
Yeah.
Pole
Well,
vaulting looks scary. Is that the one where you like stick it into the ground
plant
and
the
go whoop?
pole. Yep.
No, I'm not doing that.
Dude, it's fun. Now, I will say, I never got really good at bending the pole, because that's where you really get your height from. But I got 11 feet without having to bend the pole. So, but yeah,
I feel like I would do it and then fall backwards.
I've seen people do that before. But as long as
Yeah, and then you die, and then you can't play baseball anymore. You're
you ain't
trying to
gonna
kill me,
die.
Aaron.
You ain't gonna die for something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I will.
You
11
might.
feet? I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, you're on
I'm
the lighter
chilling.
side of things, so like it might throw you backwards. I don't know, but
That's what I'm
um,
saying. I'm gonna go farther back than I do up.
yeah. So you played for Zilla.
Hmm.
How was that? I mean, that's another, big swaggy team. You get all this nice drip and everything. Like, how was Zilla?
It was probably one of the most fun times I've ever had playing baseball. You just show up first day in Las Vegas and you see all this stuff in the nice UNVL facility. You see
Mm-hmm.
all this Aria customized gear, bags, a new bat, everything, and then be able to play aside the coaching of Blake Snell and his brothers and all his best friends from up in Seattle. It's one of the most fun I've ever had ever in my life playing baseball.
What'd you learn from that event?
To stay humble. That humble is what comes from the game. You get humbled from the game quicker than you'll ever get better from the game.
That's very true. I mean, that's why the emotions is so, like, you have got to keep them in check, because baseball will humble you. The baseball gods watch, and you know humility is a very important virtue, a characteristic to have as a just a human being. But then to play a sport and have the performance that you've had, and still be humble, that's what scouts, and from what I've been told, of course, and I'm sure you know it probably better than I do, but that's what they're looking for, is a true team player, someone willing to go out there and do the dirty work without having to worry about being a diva. So, because there's some divas out there. What you laughing at, Jake? Because I said diva.
Yeah.
There's some divas around. There's some divas. There's definitely in the NFL, but I won't call them out here. I don't want to make them upset. So, Jake, what else you got, bud?
If you get drafted by an MLB team, which one would it be and why?
So I am a Red Sox fan. I was
Okay.
born up as a Red Sox fan because I was a David Ortiz guy. Whole family, I love David Ortiz. So if I had to choose, probably either Red Sox, Braves, or someone like those. Dodgers, I like them. I don't really care because you get drafted MLB, you can go anywhere off then.
Yep.
I have another question. Speaking of the Red Sox, you got to go to the pitch hit and run competition at Fenway. How awesome was that?
That was the coolest experience of my life. I got to play on my dream field and be able to hit, run, do everything there. I just loved it. Go back to Boston. Haven't been there since I was, I think, 4 or 5. Loved it.
And that was last year. How far did you hit the ball?
Oof. Probably almost 300 off a tee.
Oh, wow. So you were hitting off a tee, not actually live pitching.
Yeah.
Wow. Did they move?
Well,
Did they
there's
by
no way
chance
offline.
move the tee up so you could hit it off the monster?
No, they didn't. I didn't even pull one, I
Oh,
don't think. I think I hit it
no.
down straight up center somehow. I'm surprised they didn't pull it.
Dude, you should have went oppo one for sure on that field with that little short porch over in
Yeah,
right.
maybe get it a tank.
Yeah, because dude, I used to see Ortiz all the time. Like he was just a pull hitter, and dude,
Do
he
you
would
think it was
drop
a
him in.
base hit? Well,
Hmm?
probably base hit if it's 300. You think you could have got on for that hit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
You think double or single?
Double. Probably double. Right in the
Uh-huh.
gap.
Yeah. You got a
Nice.
double celly?
Ooh. Not really. It's whichever one the team wants to do that tournament. Make up a random one. Do something random.
Gotcha. See, I that
Now,
was a
I
whole
got a
new.
good one for you. You got to hit the ninja. You got to go. That's
I've
my
never
double
seen
seller
that
right
one.
there.
Did Ozzy
Maybe.
teach you that one,
Well,
your little
it's
brother?
because I made it up.
Oh, okay.
No, that was all me.
That's pretty good. Unless you stink and then you put your nose on your shirt and then you're not happy. So, but either way, well,
I
dude,
think that's only the case for you, and I don't know who else.
man, like I know your parents are proud of you. They got to be. And just you're very level headed. And that humility shows through very very easy. Like now you're a righty. You're a
Yeah.
righty, right? Okay.
Mhm.
You hit and throw righty. Gotcha.
Yep.
Um, Do you pitch in most tournaments right now, or how does that work?
I normally start I normally start one bracket play tournament, and then sometimes probably once a month out of like most of the tournaments, I won't be pitching a tournament.
Gotcha. What's your pitches you throw?
I throw a fastball, two seam, four seam, curveball, changeup, cutter.
Gotcha. Okay. Jake, what are you throwing these
I
days?
don't see many cutters.
Mm-mm.
A fastball, two seam, cutter, and changeup.
So what's the difference in a cutter and slider? Like, what am I going to see differently as a batter? Is this the one? Is this breaking towards me?
It'll just be less drop. You have more faster. It's more like a fastball, just a little bit more movement out away from a righty into a lefty, but it doesn't really drop as much.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I'm learning. I'm learning. Actually, I've been told I've asked that question
I don't
numerous
really catch
times.
much cutters.
Yeah.
I caught a kid that said he threw a cutter, but it just looked like a fastball.
Yeah.
I think he just gripped it differently and.
Yeah.
Like
That's what he called it. That's what he called it. So.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, this is my cutter right here.
A
I had this kid one time told me he threw a knuckle slurve slider. What even is that?
knuckle.
A knuckle slurve slider.
Now I've heard of a slurve because I just heard of that one this year.
Knuckle slurve slider. You ever heard of that?
Sounds like somebody was making up pitches there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially when I start talking to some of these softball girls and they're talking about these like screw curves and drops, and I'm like, now y'all for real making up pitches now off the fly.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they do it with that softball like that. So, well, look, dude, you're a part of the honor society. Man, dude, like you've got a lot of really good stuff going on for you, man, and it's really cool for me, and I know for these guys, Jake knows you, but to get to meet you, because I feel like you're going to be in the MLB one day, and that's good stuff. So keep your head on straight and really focus on learning financials, because you'll need to know that stuff in the future. And I got to ask you. Obviously, we don't want you to forget about us. If you get an MLB, can I get an autographed jersey?
Sure.
All right, there we go. Got him on
Get
tape.
one right now from him, and then you don't have to
For
bother
real?
him later and be like, look, I got Moonshot Mark's autograph from 13 years old right here.
Dude, I want a whole collection of like signed balls from our guests and stuff. I think that would be really cool. Mark, we might have to arrange something like that. I might have to get you to send you something to sign or something. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
You signed any autographs already?
He said, I'm good.
Yeah, because it's our team. You have Chris, all the known ones that played spots on all of them. And you have a bunch of kids that know me that just look over our team and then learn our team.
For real. Like, it sounds like, I always watch Pottstown when they go into these tournaments, and I'm like, that's not even fair. Like, you guys are just burning through people. Obviously it's a fun environment, all that fun stuff, but you guys are just, you guys aren't that just weekend team. Like, I saw ZT Nationals on my schedule. We gotta get ready. Like, listen, we about to walk Mark, we about to walk Chris, and then take our chances with everybody else. So you get walked a lot?
Yeah, I think I might be leading the country in walks right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so disheartening, though. Just take first. At least you're getting on base, and then you're still in bases. So
yeah,
it's they don't win that. They don't win that walk game. So, all right, dude, we're down to our last question, man, and we don't ask hard questions here. We more so want to get to know you and hear more about you. But this is usually our hardest question that we have. And Jake, I'm gonna let you set it up, man.
All right, so it's the last inning. Let's do the Beast of the East Championship, and bases are loaded, game tied, 3-2 count, and it all depends on you. What's your walk-up song?
Ooh. Either TNT by ACDC or Calabria 2008. You probably don't know what that is, but it's a Tom Cruise song. It's one of my favorites
A Tom Cruise song.
that
The
he
actor?
used. Yeah, that he used in a movie.
Oh, okay. All right. I was
Hold on,
about to
what's
say,
it
I didn't
called?
know Tom Cruise was playing instruments these days, but you never know with that dude. Dude, I'm all about some
Hold on, what's it
ACDC.
called? I need to listen to this.
What was the
So
name of that?
TNT by ACDC, and then Calabria 2008.
Calabria.
Got it.
That's good stuff. Well, look, dude, ACDC gets you ready to go anytime, man. I mean, especially dropping bombs like you. So, I mean, TNT sounds like the perfect walkout song. So, I mean, and it's timeless. So it never gets old. So awesome, man. Well, tell all our listeners and our viewers. What's that? I heard you. I heard what you said. Tell everyone how they can find you on social media and follow along with your journey.
All right, so you can follow me on Moonshot Mark on Instagram, and then Moonshot Mark on TikTok too.
Gotcha. And that's where you can see the showcase of bombs from Moonshot Mark. So that's like the coolest nickname. I mean, I love nicknames, but your brother did a good job on that one, man. Are you a better baseball player than your brothers were?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There ain't no shame in that one, right?
No.
That's good stuff. Well, look, thank you very much for taking time out to hop on and talk to us. I know there's a lot of kids out there that's going to listen and definitely follow along with your journey. I feel like, home runs are always exciting to watch, but when you can mix speed and power together, and especially with, a very humble person, man, you got the great package there. Awesome. Well, listen, thank you guys very much. Make sure you go follow this dude, because there's no doubt he's going to be one of the top prospects in the country as he continues to move along in his journey in baseball and potentially other sports as well. So I actually, you know what? How you shoot a 3? You pretty good at a 3?
Oof. I wouldn't say I'm the best at threes. I'm more down low.
Okay, all right. He's in the he's in pain a little bit. All right, cool. See, I have these random like things that just pop up. It's like squirrel, and I need to ask. But anyway, go follow Mark, Moonshot Mark, and follow him along. And as well, follow the Slide Podcast. We're on all social media platforms: TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram. What else am I missing? I know I'm missing something there. YouTube. Yes, YouTube. You can watch this episode on YouTube. But go subscribe. If you know anybody out there that should be on the show, make sure you reach out to us. And Lilah, I'll let you take it from here.
All right, Mark, until next time.
We'll catch you on the slide.
Thanks for joining the action and sharing our love for the game. Now go practice your swing, or at least look like a pro in the mirror. Subscribe and follow the Slide Podcast and the field team on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your favorite social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review, a thumbs up, and recommend us to every person you meet. Got a question? Drop it in your review. We might just answer it on the podcast. Keep grinding, dreaming big, and remember, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Till next time, we'll catch ya on the